Matt Hallam, you join us with your beautiful, recently refurbished Meadow Lane pitch behind you. How proud are you of it?
No, it's been a great effort from all the lads. It's been a long, 8 weeks. There's a few sleepless nights because obviously we don't normally do a reno in April, so we had a few frosts and stuff like that. So it was a bit, nervous at times, but we've got there, and we're, really pleased with everything. Richard Cooper and Luke Evans, it's been a joint effort, really.
Yeah, well done to you all. It does look absolutely fantastic, but I believe that it wasn't actually the initial plan, was it, to renovate it in this way? Something more extensive was in mind?
Yeah, we was meant to have a full turnover, so new fibre sand added in, because we haven't had that for about 4 years now. So it just means there's more fibres underneath the structure, then the roots will grab it, so it makes it a lot stronger. So that was the plan, to have that this year. So it's a bit more, you need about 8 weeks for that, 8 to 9 weeks. So we did plan, we did everything, did all the planning, and then obviously it just kind of went out the window. We didn't know what was happening. So we decided that we would do a minor renovation because we didn't know how much time we was going to have if we come back. So the club and I myself sat down and sorted everything out, and the owners were brilliant.
And it's something that potentially could be looked at next summer, potentially?
Yeah, I believe, I think we'll end up doing a full turnover next season. So, like I said, we'll get it in the end, but it was needed probably this season. But, like I said, after last season having no renovation and the problems we had with the players slipping and the thatch problems we had underneath the surface, we had to do something, really.
You mentioned there about issues with players slipping last season, and the drive then to fix that issue. Does that come from you, from a professional pride point of view, or does it come from the manager and his staff and the players, or is it a little bit of both?
It's a bit of both, really. Obviously we want it looking right, but we would rather have it playing better than looking right. As much as we want it pleasing on the eye, it's all about how it plays, and we don't want the players turning and slipping. And I say last season, I think there was a few comments about us watering the pitch before. The problem is that the lads want a nice slick surface to move the ball around fast, but then obviously because we didn't have a renovation, we had a lot of thatch problems underneath, and then we had a lot of algae on top. So we normally, do the renovation for that, and also take out any weed grasses. So we call it annual meadow grass, so power anya as we call it, and it's just shallow rooting. So when the players turn, it just can't handle, and the roots that shallow, it just rips out. So there was a lot of that last year. So obviously by doing a renovation, we've took all that out and then added a perennial ryegrass, which is a lot stronger, and the lads, it'll be a lot better surface this year.
The hard work isn't all just here, though, is it? It's the training ground as well. You and the lads have put in a lot of graft down there. That'll be ready for phase 2 of training, which starts next week. So, all in all, collectively on both sites, it's been at a time where a lot of people have been on furlough, or a lot of people have been working remotely. You guys have probably been working harder than you ever have.
Yeah, I think that was the most difficult situation, really. We planned to stage the pictures, so we'd do them 2 weeks, then the next one 2 weeks, so we wouldn't be doing everything at once. Because we've only got 3 staff, doing 4 pictures at once, it's been a lot of walking. So the lads have been doing some 16 to 17 miles a day for over the last 3 weeks. So I can't fault them, the hours they've put in. Richard Cooper and Luke Evans, they deserve a mention because they've been absolutely brilliant. So, but we're finally nearly there now, so everything's happy, really, so looking good.
And we can see obviously the sprinkler system's in absolute full flow. Matt, no issues with that?
No, it's like I say, everything's been brilliant. Touch wood, saying it's 30 degrees tomorrow and Thursday, so normally if anything's going to go wrong, it normally happens now, and then you start panicking. So but no, everything's good at the minute at the training ground, and so everything's getting there now, so that's when we start to, the hard work starts now, but we just feel a bit more relaxed now because we've got, it's up and it's looking well.
It's great to hear, and by the end of this week you'll obviously have had this stage 1 training at Meadow Lane over and done with. So what does that mean for the pitch in between the end of stage 1 and the actual semi-final taking place?
So obviously we still don't know how long we've exactly got. I'm going to say we know it's going to be probably at least 3 to 4 weeks. So we'll go across, we'll divot it wherever they've been. Obviously keep on cutting it every day, and then we'll probably give it a quick release fertiliser, and then there'll be a little plant health in there. So we call it a bag of goodies, so or your nutrition for your plants, keep off disease, preventatives, and just keeping the cell wall strength really in the plant to keep any diseases off and just keep the plant nice and healthy.
And while this wasn't the renovation that we'd all hoped for, a few months ago, are you confident that this pitch will see us through to the end of next season?
Yes, yeah. Like I say, we won't have a tougher season we did last season. So for this season going forward, we're very confident now. But we knew last year was going to be a challenge. And like I said to the lads, if you can get through this season, it will actually teach you well in your careers. So like I said, hopefully we keep on getting renovations every year. That would be nice. Hopefully I won't have to go one like that again. But we know what to do now if we ever do. So no, we're pretty confident.
Yeah, well, you say that with a smile, but obviously these things come at a huge cost. So just sum up sort of how grateful you are in your role as the head groundsman to the board of directors for supporting you and your staff in this way.
I can't thank the owners enough. They've listened to everything we've said. We were obviously left with no kit really when the previous owner left, so we was in right predicament really, and they've listened to everything we've said. Anything we've come to them, they've said yep, that's fine. They've listened and says right, yep, let's get this. And like I said, they've listened on what they want on the pictures to the gaffer, and we finally got there. And like I said, I think we're going to have 4 really good pictures, and I hope, like I say, the gaffer's going to be really pleased. So like I said, it can only benefit us on the pitch, I think.